Welcome to the channel, guys. It's Bro back with another video, and today we're gonna be talking about that power of AI that we haven't talked in the previous videos that were relating to the AI. Now, the thing is that you can actually use prompts, so you don't have to use things like brainstorm, like fix grammar errors and things like that. Those are like the pointers on how you can actually use the AI in here. But for example, if I go here for the create and for the summary, so I'm thinking about having a course website that will be focused around teaching everything about the AI, right? And so if we actually think about the course website, what does it have? Needs to have? It needs to have courses. It needs to have categories of courses. It also needs to have the checkout option. So also it needs to have like sign up and sign in and etc. So in here we're gonna say sign up to the AI course site. I'm gonna click on create. Now this is an epic, and usually when it comes to creating features, you will create your features using the epics, and then the epics come with your user stories with the format of, as a user I want to do this so that I can reproduce this. So I'm gonna add a child issue. So I'm gonna say, this is going to be a story. I'm going to say, as a user, I want to sign up using Google so that I don't have to go through the sign up process. And now we're gonna be using the AI. I'm gonna say in here, so I'm gonna say in here, as a product owner. So what I'm doing here, in prompt engineering, you have a term that is called the person pattern, where you're actually giving a role to the ChatGPT saying, you are XYZ, tell me what to do in the terms of something else. So it really comes to the context. So we have the established persona, and now we want to give it the context. As a product owner, write an acceptance criteria for this feature, and I'm gonna click on enter. Now see, so first of all, the acceptance criteria for this feature should include the following: the feature must meet the performance standards set by the team. The feature should be compatible with the existing systems and tools used by the team. The feature should, so I'm not really liking this. Okay, so it should be accessible to all of the users with appropriate permissions. The feature should be compatible with all major web browsers. The feature should display feature information accurately and consistently. The feature should allow users to action on the feature as accepted. So let's say I agree with this, and then what I want to do is say, okay, I have this defined, I have the acceptance criteria defined, which is not really the acceptance criteria. I didn't actually told the AI to go deep and say, to mention the in every step what it needs to be done. So I'm gonna say in here, as a product owner, give an estimate of story points for this feature and explain why. I'm gonna hit enter now. What is it going to say? I estimate this feature to be 5 story points. The feature requires accessibility for all users, compatibility with major browsers, accurate and consistent display of information allowing user to take expected actions. As you can see, it actually is reflecting what is already saying in here, so it's actually adding the context. So I'm gonna say here, yeah, 5 story points, and now what I can do in here, I can go and say 5 story points, right? Okay, and now I can go ahead and save this. And when I'm actually done, so there is a little bit of bug that actually doesn't really allow you to go through the AI feature all over again. So when I go here, I get it when I refresh the page. So now I'm gonna say with all of the information from above, structure it in a table. So this is what I want to get as an output format. So the output format in here, I had like everything that was kind of structured in terms of the numbers, and then of course using the persona, but now I want to structure it as a table. I want to see how it looks like. All right, so I want to insert this, and instead I'm gonna do it like this. So it's really different right now. So I have feature criteria, accessibility, and stuff like that. Now I'm going to do an interesting thing, and I'm gonna say, as a front end developer, write some of the HTML code and present it as a code snippet. Let's see if this is possible. Alright, your content goes here. So it really doesn't actually do that. It does some of the code, but it really doesn't go well because I haven't really defined everything. So that is fine. So let me see if I can regenerate this. Nah, I really can't. No, I really cannot. Okay, so let's try it one more time. Write a code, write small portion of code snippet for, let's say, HTML and CSS. Oh, even no. Let's instead of a front-end developer, as a solution architect, define the tech stack that will be used for this feature. Okay, so the tech stack should allow this. Make sure so it really isn't defining what I really want. Okay. Right, so it's not really going into what I want it to be, but as you saw, it does pretty good things. And I was thrilled when there was this article saying that you can use the prompts in order to generate the data, which actually leverages even more power to this. Because I'm going to show you another thing in here. For example, I got this. To code this feature, you can use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to create the front-end interface. Utilize Jira for project management, Confluence for team collaboration, Bitbucket for Git repository management, Trello for visual organization, even Opsgenie and Status Page. So a lot of stuff were actually going on in there. And for the MVP, I had this option to actually create the site, and I said, well, what should be included in the MVP? And said natural language processing to understand and processing the human language, machine learning algorithms. So now basically it is more focused on the whole concept of the AI, not the website. And I even said, well, and I defined it and asked it as for if you were the senior developer, what kind of a code I can use. And it said for the natural language processing, it even says that you can use the Spacey framework in Python, and actually it gave me some example of the code. So this is really similar to the Chat GPT. I mean, of course, Chat GPT gives you more options to, well, develop your code, but I believe when it comes to the Atlassian intelligence, this will actually keep upgrading, and it will be pretty good thing to use. So that's what I wanted to talk about, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.